Hello everybody all over the world. Yes. Oh, I am HiGPS and today's episode is Sentry Spots. And it's not gonna be like, well, there's a sentry spot on this map and you need to put this sentry in this exact location and you need to do this and you need to put it just like that. And there's no other way to do it. It's not gonna be that. Is going to be more like, how do you spot what's a good sentry spot? Because instead of just being, told what's a good sentry spot, it's better like if you learn the basics. It's kind of like giving you a fish compared to teaching you how to fish. So today we're going to teach you how to fish and make sentries and stuff. So here we have, I think it's the first time submittal, only 2 lives left. He's playing Engineer on King of the Hill Viaduct here. And he's going to be doing something pretty fancy. He's going to be building a sentry up here. So we're just going to do, he's going to go and build a teleporter here eventually. There you go, teleport's going up, and I'm just going to speed everything up here. So speeding up to max speed, because this is Engineer episode, and every replay is like really fucking long. So there you go, teleporter is going to be built, building itself, and it's online, and there he is. He's going to be setting up a sentry here and a dispenser as well. So he has his sentry level 2, and then he destroys his teleporter, making sure that no spy can get through his teleporter and stuff like that. There's only one, bad thing about this, and that is because he's hogging his dispenser all for himself. But I guess that's fine for now. So he's going to build it on the roof here, and let's look at how, oh, whoops. When it comes to spotting what's a good sentry spot. And that is, there's basically a few questions, like how fast can a demo man kill this? It's pretty much how it bottles down, because a demo man without the Wrangler, you need like 3 sticky bombs, and with the Wrangler, you need like 6 or 8 or 90. I don't know. You need a lot. So, in order to have a good sentry spot, it needs to not die too easily to demo man and pyros, because the thing is, like, if you put it around the corner, let's say like right here, a pyro can just stand here and just blow it to death with a flamethrower. So this is actually a pretty good spot for, like, let's say a demo man wants to kill this. Well, in order to lob some stickies over, he can't really lob them over here, because that's kind of hard to do. He can try and stand here and do, like, back and forth like this, but then he has his team backing up, which is like here. And like the easiest spot for him would be to stand like here on the low ground, but he won't really see where the bombs are going and is like really exposed for the rest of his team, or he can stand here. So it's pretty hard for a demo man to kill this in this spot if you have, a team helping you, because it is you and the team, hence the name Team Fortress 2. So it's a team effort. It's not just like, the sentry on itself is completely indestructible. It's not like that. So he's going to be standing on top of here and having a pretty good sentry. His team's pushing and stuff like that, and the enemy team is not doing too well. And you see the spy is like, I'm going to try and accept this. Alright, fuck this. And he just leaves, leaving the sentry intact. And the sentry also keeps this entire area safe, so whenever you need to fall back, you can just fall back to this sentry gun right here. So he's going to be standing here taunting. He's using the short circuit as well, so no Wrangler for him. So right now he's just camping, like most engineers do, and most of the replays were. But then he forgets to repair it, and the sentry gun gets taken out. So he's going to rebuild it, and he gets taken out. He loses every fucking thing. And then he's going to be rebuilding it here on the side, which is also a pretty good spot, but it's way easier for demo men to kill it, because they can just, like a demo man can stand here and shoot stickies here, and it will still kill the sentry, and you won't even see them. But regardless, they win. Yes, so that was the introduction to what today's episode is going to be. It's going to be pretty much bottled down to how fast can a demo man kill my sentry gun in this position. Because there's a couple of things you need to think about when you put up a sentry gun. One is, will it actually cover what it's supposed to cover? And second of all, how easy is it to get killed? And then, like, third is probably, is there enough metal to support the damage it's going to take? Because if you don't know, a sentry has level 3 has 216 health, and that's what you need to do. So here we have some new wonky stuff. This is by Chopper, our moderator and friend and everything, and he's going to be doing something really cool. So we're just going to speed this up here, and he's going to be doing for something a little less standard here. He is going to be building a dispenser, jumping up here, and then jumping inside his window, but missing barely. He's going to be running back. And what he's going to do is he's going to jump up here. That's what you can do. You build a dispenser here and you just jump up using the crouch thing, and then he jumps on and builds a teleporter here. So what Chopper's going to do, he's going to be running back, carrying something, and just waiting for the gates to open. And there we go. And this is Payload Gold Rush. It's one of the longer payload maps. And right now this gate is closed, so he is pretty safe right now. And once the cart, you know, hits this point right here, the gate's going to open. So already we're seeing kind of like an interesting position here, because he builds a sentry here and he has the dispenser close to him. And fun fact, if you put a dispenser close to a wall, and if you stand on this side of the wall, you actually get metal through the wall. It's like this little dispenser trick you can do. And he's going to be upgrading this, and there's like a 200 metal pack down here, and the cart is just about to... Yeah, there you go, the cart is finished, and oh, look at this. Everybody blue team is like clustered together, and there's like one sniper and a soldier. That's all that's going to stop this. And here's the one thing you should never ever do at any point in time ever. Cluster together sentry guns. And you know why? Why you shouldn't do that? Because if you cluster all your buildings together, that means if you lose one of your buildings to any kind of explosion, you're going to lose all of them in one go. And that's why you should never cluster all of them together. Because this can be really risky. It can really bite you in the ass. So you see this engineer's like, oh, you built a sentry here. That's got to be a good spot, right? Yeah, well, I mean, from this angle, this sentry gun is really hard to deal with. I mean, the Devilman, you can go out here and try and shoot, but there's like 2 sentry guns, so you might get off like 1 or 2 stickies before you're dead as shit. It will also be hard to deal with, not necessarily with Uber, but thanks to the way that you have like a sniper ledge here and absolutely 0 snipers. If you have a sniper here, that's pretty good, and a pyro here, because Sentry, pyro, sniper, engineer is a really good defense. So let's see how this fares. Right, so he has a dispenser level not 3. It's 1 or 2. He's going to be running back and forth here, and there's 2 level 3 sentries here, and there's actually 3 engineers here, and 1 sentry goes down. And the spy was actually on top of the sentry gun there, and they're holding pretty good for now. And then the sentry goes down. Bit of unlucky there. And then he's going to be rebuilding it, goes down again, and you get into this position where maybe this wasn't such a good idea after all. I mean, if you build a sentry here, and your opponents just, you know, go through this way, which I usually do, and just go over here to jump over this way, and then go down here, your sentry gun isn't really covering anything. And also, sometimes you will see like engineers that they build like a sentry here, like right here in this door. And that's the thing, like if you build a sentry there, it will cover this area. And that's it. That is all the area. Like you can literally just crouch behind the cart this way and just push it into victory. So now you lost all of your stuff and you're not in such a good position. You try to rebuild, but you're just going to get destroyed. The sentry is level 1, soon going to be level 2. But they just come up here and just kill absolutely everything. So it was a good effort, but not necessarily like a good sentry spot. It was more like of a wonky one, you know, like you try something new. And it was definitely, you know, fancy. You could definitely do something about it, but the way they worked with the team is that the enemy could come up from the low ground. And in case you haven't noticed, demo men are good at shooting up, but right here they just had more people coming in and just flooding your sentry gun, because the sentry gun can only shoot 1 target at a time. So next one we're going to be moving on is another good like surprise sentry spot you can put your sentry in. And today's going to be mostly focused on defensive play. So we're still going to be on Gold Rush here with our buddy Chopper. So what he actually does, he builds a teleporter entrance here. Why does he do that? I mean, the closest way to the point is here. Well, that is called planning, because as soon as they capture this point, this door is going to close, and this is your new spawn. So then you will have a teleporter up and running here. So that's actually very, very smart. So he's going to build in a spot you've probably seen a sentry in so many times, and that is up here on this truck right here. He's going to build the building sentry first. It's better to build a dispenser first, because, you know, it's faster in every single way, every single time. And we have the Smurfs announcing that the sentries, the gates are open, and his sentry is now level 2. He's rushing for level 3. You have an Uber pop over here in the other side here. And this sentry is kind of good if you have your team to back you up. So we're seeing blue team here advance forward. The sentry is level 3, sitting on top of it. hammering on it, and this is pretty good because right now it will stop people that's on the cart and stuff like that. And then you go like, well, you said earlier, how easy is it for a demo man to kill this one? You know, that's what really boils down to what's a good sentry spot. Is like, how easy can the demo man kill it, because the demo man is the counter to sentries. So the demo man can stand here, or like right here, and shoot stickies straight up, and as long as there's nothing here shooting at him, the sentry's gonna go down, no problem. So it's not the ultimate spot. I guess a more like better spot would be like behind here, because then the demo man wouldn't necessarily see the sentries. Like, yeah, it's over there somewhere. I don't know exactly where it is. But it's still a sentry spot, and the bad thing about this is that if they crouch behind the cart and there's nothing here shooting them, they can just push the cart in there, and then they can just like kind of ignore your sentry while you push ahead. But they're still holding pretty good. The dispenser is finally level 3, like a couple of minutes in. It's pretty late. And Spy decloaks right in front of the sentry, gonna get some blasted. I was going to be using the Wrangler, and the Spy comes up and saps it, and he's dead, and a sentry gun is falling, and he's dead as well. So, you know, that's a sentry spot you can use, but the thing is, like, once you fall down, it's kind of hard to, you know, maintain the sentry gun, because you have to actually jump back up to get it, and it's like the supply routes will be longer if you fall down. So maybe, like, have the dispenser on the low ground, and then stand on top of your dispenser and whack at it might be a good choice. So let's go on to the next one, which is on a 5 CP map, where playing Engineer is really hard because your spawns move back and forth so much, because that's the thing about 5 control point maps, is that they change spawns when you advance further forward. And an Engineer, he's kind of like very defensive class. He's kind of like, you know, okay, good, great. Engineer is like the defensive class. You have to kind of set up your defense if you're not using the mini sentry guns and kind of like stay there. So this is going to be Chain, and he's playing an Engineer. He's currently using the Frontier Justice, and the way that works is that every assist your sentry gets, you get 1 critical, and for every kill you get 2 critical when your sentry gun blows up. So he's going to build a sentry gun in pretty much a pretty good spot here. So he's going to speed this up and look at it from this angle. And he's going to be building a sentry gun eventually, because he's running back and forth here. So he's not going to build a dispenser on the high ground. And then you ask like, well, you need a dispenser to supply your sentry gun, and you need that close so you don't have to run that much. But here's the thing: on a 5 CP map, that dispenser really needs to help your team, not you, as much, because your sentry gun, you have to move it anyway at some point in time. So he is going to build a dispenser actually here on this little rock here. You're going to help him jump up here. And there's a little tricky thing you can do, so he's going to be upgrading this to level 2. The enemy team having a fairly decent composition here. We might want to get a soldier in there or two. And now the sentry gun is level 3. And he has a dispenser here, and a pretty good defense set up here. And the sentry gun is doing a ton of damage to everyone that runs at him, and the red team is utilizing the most common strategy in public play, that is attack the enemy one at a time on a straight line. So here comes a heavy. He doesn't stand a chance. He dies immediately to that sentry. And you can see the sentry spot is actually pretty damn good, because once again we asked the question, how easily can a demo man or pyro or whatever kill this? Goes for spies as well. So take a look here. Well, in order to get some stickies up there, the demo man can either, like, it's kind of hard to stay here because you have to like jump like strafe out here, and then you will get shot by the sentry. So that's kind of out of the question for a demo man. Like, we're talking single demo man, not Ubered demo man. And because in a Uber situation it's 2 versus 1 anyway. And well, you can try and come here. I'm trying to do like this fancy stuff, but then you have like a dead medic on the wall here, and you have like this, yeah, there is a sniper right here. That's going to help with that defense. And he can try and stay on top of here, but this is actually probably the easiest way to kill this, as the demo man stand here and just lob some sticky bombs over. But it's still easy to get, you know, shot down by anyone that comes this way. Like snipers and soldiers can just jump up there and kill it. So this sentry gun is actually in a really, really good spot for a defensive position here. It's going to deny kind of everything that comes at them, and it's just going to draw so much attention. See, it's still standing there, and we have, yeah, a soldier tries to come and take it out, and he puts on the Wrangler shield to get that extra damage, and then he's going to jump up. And you see, it takes quite a while for him to just get up there. So if the soldier didn't die and they would just focus fire down, here you have a Delman trying to do something, but it's kind of hard because, like I said, this isn't a really good spot, just because it's so open and it's on the high ground. And we actually see Chain here is going to be utilizing strategy is that later he's going to be destroying the sentry gun and then use his critical hits to kill a bunch of guys. So you can see him jumping a bit around here. And the thing's like, you don't necessarily need to fix your sentry 100% all the time. Even if it loses some ammo, as long as it doesn't need health, you don't really need to repair it as much. So we see Chain here, he is currently, this engineer right here is going to be running around like a madman, just blasting through this replay here, because you can see it's actually 10 minutes long. So everything is looking good. There hasn't really been any kind of major red push here, and that's mainly because I guess his team's keeping them at bay. Oh yeah, and here comes the clue. He's just destroyed his sentry gun. There is a crits here, and they're gonna crits and try to get at the sentry, but here's the thing about crits. They don't do any more damage on buildings than they normally do when they weren't crits, so not the best choice there, but he's gonna go and get the drop on him. And he gets the medic, and he takes out the Devilman. The Devilman takes out himself, and he's gonna be jumping over here. And looking pretty bossy. He's gonna go and get some more metal, I guess, and he's not gonna be rebuilding it because he's gonna move forward, and he has a ton of crits on this Frontier Justice here, and he's gonna be doing a lot of damage. Doing that damage there. Just building a sentry there, because why not? Surprise sentry, and he's gonna be moving it around, and he's gonna be helping him in this push here. Because that's what you have to do. You can't just camp around because then nothing happens. You can actually see, like, he held the defense for quite a while, and then he saw an opening, and then he took it. The spy took out his sentry gun, and now he's going to be back here. He has an unusual, too, fancy stuff there, and he's rebuilding that level 1 sentry gun once again, and he is just balling with this Frontier Justice here. And he's going to be falling back, and he keeps destroying his sentry guns once he gets assists and kills and stuff like that to get the crits, and doing a ton of damage. And this is pretty much how you should play engineer on a 5 CP map. You like have your defensive position set up, especially if you're running level 3 sentries, and once you see the opportunity to attack, you just pack up your sentry and go, because having a level 3 sentry building at the back of an Uber is really scary, and it kind of puts a timer on the opponents to decide what they want to deal with, and finally he goes down after being a boss for so long. So actually, like, having like you can see, like, here he had like 18 kills with this, which is pretty good. And if you, like, let's say you Uber, like somebody Ubers a heavy in, and you're carrying a level 3 sentry. If you play your cards correctly and your heavy isn't completely, you actually place the sentry behind the heavy, and then he shields it, and then it finishes. And a level 3, being in a spot where it's not supposed to be, can be pretty fucking hard to deal with. So that's something you can do. Let's see, yes. So let's move on to the next one, which is also user submitted. And this one really shows, like, a bad spot. Like, hands down, a pretty bad spot. It's going to be on the map Payload Hoodoo, which has, like, a lot of people play Engineer on that map, but it's really hard to find, like, a good sentry spot here. So we have Nightshade, and he's going to be playing Engineer, and he's going to be doing something that is not worth the time, and that is placing the teleporter in the door. Because usually what you just do, dude, Nightshade, dude, here's what you do. You click build, and you hold, like, your building for a teleporter, and then you just run out, and then you hold down, you can't see the mouse, but mouse is here. Hold down mouse button, and you just plunk it down in front of your spawn. Because here's the thing. If a spy comes around and sees this, he's just going to kill it anyway, and it doesn't matter how you put it. And there's, there's enough space here that everyone that runs out of the spawn will see it. Anyway, so he's going to be running over here, and this is a map where you see a lot of people. They put up sentry guns and stuff behind here, and this is what he's going to be doing. Putting up sentries and stuff like that. And he makes a classic mistake, which is pretty common for most players. They're like, oh yeah, I need a defense, I better put down the sentry first. But here's the thing, the sentry builds so fast that you should build the dispenser first. And the dispenser first is always faster, especially because there's absolutely no metal around. The closest metal pack is like, there's 100 metal here, and then there's like a 200 metal here. But after the gates are open, if you try and get this mount, you might get sniped, and you don't want to do that. So you really need to build that dispenser first, Nightshade. Because you can see the sentry's already done. And I was like, alright, he's going to build a teleporter, so his dispenser is going to be even later. And now he goes to get the ammo pack, and he's going to build a dispenser. And oh, what's this? Is this an engineer carrying stuff? What? Are they utilizing teamwork? And he actually brings a level 3 that is done. And that is fucking awesome, alright? Because there's the thing, a lot of people, they go engineer and then they build in spawn. And they build everything in spawn. They build like teleporter, entrance and exit and dispensers and everything, and then they just carry it out. And then they just lose every fucking thing before they get there. I mean, they get shot before they get to where they need to put down the sentry. But here's the thing, if you're 2 engineers on defense, coordinate a little bit. Just say like, hey man, I'm gonna build a teleporter like really fast, and then you build like a dispenser or a sentry and you get it to level 3, and as soon as the teleporter is done, just teleport through and we sit down and build together. Excellent, that's what you do. And they both plunk down a dispenser, but hey, can you spot the weakness in this? So here I'm asking you. Okay, same question I've been asking the entire episode. How fast can a demo man kill this? Or how easily can a demo man kill this? Well, he has this little ledge here, so if he uses like pipes or something, he can do like boom, 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 and kill absolutely everything. And everything is like clustered together, so if this thing blows up, this dispenser is gonna blow up. And if this dispenser blows up, everything is gonna die. And there's like, that's just one angle he can come from. He can go like here, and then he can go on the low ground here. And in case you haven't noticed, this sentry can't shoot you, so you can actually shoot stickies onto the ceiling and then blow everything up in one single detonation. And that fucking sucks, okay? So we're going to see what they do. They're going to be clustering together. Everybody's like clustered together, and that's when the demo man is really good. And, oh, what's this? Demo man on the low ground? Oh, let's slow this time to normal time. And he's putting some stickies on the demo man. Here comes the demo man with the lock and load, and this thing does so much damage. Let's slow it down. Here it comes. 1, 2, boo! Both engineers and dispensers down, and sentries without dispensers just die so fast. Here comes the demo man on the low ground, just lobbing a bunch of bombs over. We don't get to see what happens, but there's a demo here, and he's on the low ground, and these sentries are almost dead as shit anyway. And that's why you don't cluster stuff together and try and pan out. So if I were to like say like, instead of like, oh, that's wrong, you know, you shouldn't do that, this is what they should have done. Sentry gun slightly further back, so the demo man can have to go further, and then put this sentry maybe like, you know, here, so the demo man can't, you know, peek as much as he did without being shot. And then you can have like one dispenser here, and then one dispenser in the back here, and a teleporter here, and a teleporter maybe here. Would be better instead of just clustering it together, making sure that if you lose building, you lose every fucking thing all at once, which seems to be pretty common. Oh, whoops. So that is important to note. So, I mean, the intentions were good. They had like awesome teamwork. He like came through, teleport, held level 3 and like 200 metal, and just set up a dispenser and everything. But they were just so close. It's just that's what happened. So with that fail, we're actually gonna go and watch another one of Nightshade where he actually does really good. Because some places are easier to defend and some places are harder to defend. And oh whoa, dude, is anyone you see this? Because sometimes the replay editor like pans to the side, like it's like a horror flick, and this is what happens right now. This sentry is so good that the spy is like horrible motion. So this sentry gun, you know, he's just level 1, and this replay is not that long. But you see how, like, let's imagine this is a level 3, right? How easy is it for a demo man to kill this? Well, not that fucking easy, because he can come from here and try and be like, yeah, I can try and just do some boom stuff here. But here's the thing, like, he, like, all the times when he shoots the sentry will be able to shoot him back. And he has a pyro here, so the pyro can just go and burn his ass. And you can be like, oh, maybe from the low ground. Yeah, but if you want to get to the low ground, the sentry gun will shoot you. And then you have the up here, and it's like, yeah, you can do that. But when you're, like, you're on the high ground, but everybody will fucking see you and just pick you off. So he's going to be speeding this up a little bit. So he's going to be building here. Not opting to build a dispenser. You need to build a dispenser. So he's going to be wrangling this and building a dispenser eventually, I think. I mean, this is actually a pretty good spot because you have like cover and stuff, and if things get too dicey, you can just pick it up. Now the Sentry is level 2. He's going to be wrangling it up here and standing completely still. You should not stand still because a sniper might get you. You should always be moving. Always, always, always. And finally the dispenser goes up, and it's a bit late. He's using the jack, so that should be fine. The dispenser finally completes. And I was going to be able to support him with metal, because this place is actually pretty metal. It's not so much metal, it's like 100 ammo pack underneath. It's looking pretty good, and there's a pyro trying to kill it with a flare gun. Pyro tries to kill a sentry gun with a flare gun. I don't know if you know, but like, I think a flare gun does about 30 damage, and a sentry has 216, so you need a couple of shots to do that. Just let the demo man do that, man. Or the spy. Because the spy will always zap it and like, well, what's a good position to make it not being zapped by a spy? Well, the spy's gonna zap it anyway. If you can get to it, the spy can get to it pretty much, unless you're like the first guy we saw, too many lives or something, and just build it on the high ground, so the spy can't reach it. And he's even doing the Wrangler stuff, but he's making a crucial mistake of just standing still. And here's the thing, like, don't rely on the Wrangler too much, because like, he's like, yeah, we're killing this. And then I'm like, okay, check. We have a medic playing the violin, so he's not able to do anything. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys looking the same direction. If there was a spy here who decloaks, how many kills would that spy get? What would he do? Like if the spy was like competent. He would stab the NG, sap all the shit, kill the heavy, kill the soldier, and then shoot the medic. Check your back. And then he finally goes down to some sticky spam and he dies. But I saw the following replay and the sentry gun actually survives. He doesn't lose it. So that's pretty good. One thing that's also important to note that if you play with your friendlineers, which is your friends that play engineer, is that you need to fix their buildings. And when it comes to building stuff, it's like, yeah, I'm an engineer and he's an engineer, we're gonna build together because building together engineers is fun and stuff like that. You're gonna have a bad time because 2 level 1s is not better than a level 2. Just because of the sheer damage output and health and all that stuff. So we're going to be seeing this. I've never seen this before, and I was like, oh my god, this is not going to work at all. So he's going to build a teleporter here. Right here. Out of all the like, the enemy spawn is here. And you go like, well, how easily can a demo man kill this? The demo man can just stand here and just shoot like fucking up here, and he will destroy this. And we see the engineers like running back and forth, building a dispenser. And the gates are open, and we have no sentry. Oh. Okay. But look at this. His teams are on the high ground. They're all focusing the fire down. They're covering absolutely every single flank. Oh, interesting. And they gather around the dispenser and heal up, and then they go back. And here's the cart. And one thing I like to say about the center spot is that this is a really wonky spot. I do not recommend this ever. Is because if they just push the cart and ignore his sentry, they can just push the cart to victory because everybody will teleport in from this teleporter and will be behind the enemy. But you're like, whoa, we're behind the enemy. And it's like, yeah, but the enemy spawns right next to your teleporter. And if you kill them, they spawn faster than you do if you die. So be careful about that. And here we have a heavy with the new minigun, which we will be covering next time. And you'd think like this would be dead by now, but actually the team is clustering around it, and they're actually doing a pretty good job of teamwork. I mean, instead they don't have any medics, so that's why they all cluster around here. We have a demo man with the sword trying to kill this, and the soldiers are just jumping around. And now you have a demo man here. He is trying to, you know, do some damage with the sticky bombs, and you know, Just one sticky. He misses completely. And we have a heavy here who's doing the constant spy checking thing. So if you're a spy, that doesn't look very, you know, inviting to go there. He's gonna stand there and shoot, and the soldier's gonna be jumping up on the high ground. Everybody's just gonna be healing around this, and because of this dispenser, this is like the hub where they're operating. And what they do is that the entire game they just circle around this dispenser. You will see like they go up to the cart here and like circle around for a bit, and when they're low, they just go back. And they have like this good rhythm where there's like always people here. And Blue is utilizing the most common strategy of all, which is attacking the enemy one at a time. We have a demo man. In the sun somewhere, and they are having a really hard time. I mean, their composition is not that bad. We could maybe like have one less spy or some more demo men or something, but Raid is just doing a so good job with just teamwork, man. I mean, look at this. They're sticking together, and they're like, the pirates like spy checking and stuff, and yeah. Teleporters up, so as soon as you die. Finally, they have an Uber here. I'm gonna pop it on Demo Man, but they get denied. But oh, nice sticky bombs there, and finally everything goes down and you die. But that was 5 minutes, and that's a long time for a defense right next to the enemy spawn. So, big shout outs to. I have his name right here. I just gotta reload the replay because I forgot who that is. But that was fucking Boss, right? That was Boss. This was Nightshade. Yeah, that was Nightshade. Excellent. So after having like a total blunder on Hoodoo, he kicked ass and was a total boss with even wonky sentry placement. If your team is there to support it and utilize it properly, I think they did that like unintentionally, kind of like an ant colony where everybody's like an ant, like, yeah, I'm just gonna take the stick and gonna put it here, and then it's like, oh, you have a stick there, I'll put mine on top of yours, and eventually we'll have a tower. We didn't mean to build a tower, just put a bunch of sticks together. Yes. So, that was a wonky little spot here. So we're going to be going on to the next replay. Going strong here and just look at more sentry stuff, because as an engineer, you're pretty influential. Where you put your sentry is where the choke's going to be, and where you put your teleporter is where the reinforcement's going to come from, and where you put the dispenser is where all your teammates are going to hang out and drink water and have chats. And, you know, you should make your teleporter easy to spot, like in the front of the spawn, not hidden to the side. Because most people are like, yeah, let's go. But they won't see this. Okay, so this is Nightshade again. And he's going to be building here on Bowater. Building here. And he's going to build in a standard spot where you see, if you watch Highlander and play Valor or Lobbyist, this is always the spot where they build, where he's making the crucial mistake. Do you see the mistake he is making? Type in the chat if you see what the mistake he is making. I'll make sure to make sure I can see the entirety of the chat. Yes, there we go. Does anyone see the mistake? Can you see the mistake he is making? What's that? Well, yes, clustering, exactly. So, and then I ask, how easy is this for a demo man to kill this? Well, it's easy as pie. Because he can stand on the low ground, and the sentry gun won't be able to shoot him, and he will see the sentry gun, and the sentry gun will not be able to shoot him, and he can just lob a bunch of stickies. I mean, if he launches 4 sticky bombs, which takes less than 2 seconds, he will destroy abso-fucking-lutely everything. So is that what's gonna happen? Let's take a look. So currently he has a setup up, and normally what you would do, here comes a spy, he starts to sap him, and then they come in with an Uber with the soldier. So it didn't really matter that the spy were there, he would have lost all his shit anyway. And that's just another part of, like, one thing is clustering together with another guy, the other thing is clustering all your shit together. So I always say this, like, when you cluster everything together, you make sure that if you lose one building, you will lose every single building. Usually when you lose buildings, you want to lose as few as possible. You don't want to lose everything. So we're going to go on to the next one, which is a replay of me playing the same map, and I'm going to show you the proper way how to do this. I'm not the best engineer myself, but let's take a look here. So what we're going to be doing, this is me, yes, building a teleporter right where everybody can see it, you know. And this is bow water. So we're gonna be moving that gear up, and we didn't run back into spawn because there's actually an ammo pack here you can just pick up, and now you have enough to build your stuff. So let's look at the build order we build stuff in. We're just gonna run up, and building dispenser first. Okay, cool. And then building a sentry, running and getting the ammo, and then putting the sentry teleport here. I find this spot pretty good. Once you have the sentry gun here, it will still shoot down if they're around this area. But it's not like if the Devilman goes here and he was like, "Where's I don't see anything," and then he would just keep moving. So that sentry gun can't be spotted, and the dispenser is hidden behind this rock here, kind of. Should be slightly more to the left, but the clue is to hide it behind these rocks. So if a sniper comes here, and we're gonna pretend we're a sniper and just go, all right, there's an engineer there, and bam, shoots him in the head, and then you see the dispenser, so you should just hide it behind that rock. So just a minor slip up of mine. I thought I had that covered, but anyway. And then we're going to be working on the dispenser, getting that to level 3. Because it will generate a lot of metal. 3, 2, 1. Alright, now the gates are about to open, alright? So, we're like 1 minute and 9 seconds, we have a level 1 sentry, and we have a level 3 dispenser. So we're going to see how long it takes. Oh, now we have a level 2 sentry. Guys, we upgraded it a little bit. Can be running back and forth here. So you see, we keep moving. We don't stand still as much. And then we run back. And now we upgrade it. And a couple of seconds later, like math seconds later, we have a level 3 sentry. And now we're going to work on our teleporter. Here comes the Devilman. How easily can the Devilman kill this? Well, if we don't pay attention to it, it dies in 2 pipes. And we're like, oh. Shh. Alright, rebuild. And oh, crap. Okay, he built a dispenser next to mine, but he lost. Okay, we're good. Next replay. So, pay attention to your sentries. Don't leave them alone for too long. So we're gonna go hop into the next one, is to show that the reason we build like you don't always need the sentry, the dispenser close to the sentry gun, is because you use the Wrangler to give the sentry, extra health and stuff like that. And in before people go like, "Oh, the Wrangler is imbalanced." Dude, the fastest way you can build a sentry level 3, like using the Jag, like let's say you have like enough metal to build it, like you can just like swing it. It takes you 20 seconds to build a sentry from scratch to level 3 if you have like super conditions where you have like infinite like metal. Do you know how long it takes a Devilman to put out 3 stickies? That is nearly a second he spends doing that. Like maybe a little bit over a second. So we're gonna be using this here, and you really need the Wrangler because people have just gotten so good at killing sentry guns. So you need that Wrangler to kind of support it. And here's the thing, like even if you use the Wrangler, I mean, if you die or the dispenser dies, you can just shoot at the sentry and it will die. So I think in the future, people will be really good at killing wrangled sentry guns. They will just focus fire them so heavily that even if you use the Wrangler, it will still like die like it was like paper or something. I don't know. So we are building here on the high ground, and we're going to be moving stuff around slightly after a while. So just building. How fast can a Devilman kill this? Well, he can try and shoot here, but that's kind of far. He can try and come up from the back here, and this would probably be the best spot, but I have a teleporter here, so my teammates will be teleporting in here whenever they die, so I'm banking on that my team will be able to do this. So what we're going to be doing next, now we have those 2 clustered together, and that can be very risky. So what we're going to do is we're going to go on a wrangled focus, and here we actually lose our stuff because the Devilman actually snuck around. And we actually chase down the Devilman and kill him, because keep in mind, it is not just the sentry defending, it is you and the sentry, and you have a shotgun, and that shotgun can bring the pain. So we're going to be rebuilding here, and we have the dispenser behind here now, so in case the sentry goes down, we still have our dispenser intact. And now we're going to move our teleporter and put it on top of the roof, because then it's harder to kill and stuff like that. And yeah, unless there's like, what I like to do when they do this, put a sniper here and just shoot people when they come out of the teleporter, but it only works once or twice before they notice. So we're just going to be upgrading stuff here and jumping on the roof. This is a pretty good setup here. And we're gonna be moving our dispenser to a further away position, so it's actually like if we lose our Sentry or dispenser, we won't lose both of them at the same time. So we're actually gonna put it here, and you're like, why would you put it here? This is, you know, well, first of all, this sentry gun will distract everybody that comes in. They go like, oh, sentry gun, shit, alright, just do that stuff, right? And when they come on the low ground, they will like, if you see, like, if you go in slow motion, kind of like, the first thing you see is like, oh shit, there's a sentry. You don't go like, oh, there's a sentry. I wonder if there's a dispenser up here. And also if they take pick around this mobile sentry gun right here, we'll kill them. So we're gonna be we're gonna be running slightly longer, and we won't have as much health, but we're really relying on just using dispenser shield, and then we get taken up by a soldier who eventually just kills all our shit because we don't have teammates to support this. There's a medic coming through here, but that's pretty much it. So that was the sentry gun one. It's like, if you want to utilize this thing, you really need the Wrangler. Because you have to just put, you don't use the Wrangler to shoot people with it, you just use the Wrangler to make your sentry survive, kind of. So we're gonna go on to the second last replay before the raffle, and that is on payload barn splits, of all things. And we're just gonna be defending as best as we can, and you're gonna see that pyros are really good. We're going to be building a sentry here because we just lost ours, but thank for us not to, that we don't cluster everything together, we still have our sentry intact. Excellent. So I'm just, yeah, I know you can build a sentry up there, but I haven't figured out the trick yet, so we're just going to build it here. It doesn't really matter. So we have a level 3 and we have a pyro here doing the spy checks. And one thing you should be really wary of as an engineer is that sometimes spies like to hide on top of your dispenser. So if you just, you'll be seeing that the spy tries to do that in a bit. So we're just going to rebuild everything. And this sentry, like, how easily can the demo man kill this? Well, he can stand here, but then the sentry gun is really close to just shooting him in the face. He can, and that's like really the only spot a demo man can get him. Because every other spot is, you get shot through here, you get shot here. You might get, you know, you can do some spam from the back here, but then because of the distance, the bombs will do a lot less damage. And it will take a lot longer to you know, coordinate that. And I have a pyro that can just air blast stuff away, so this is actually pretty good defense right here. And we have a lot of medics too, and here comes an Ubered Heavy, not able to do anything. And we're checking our backs and jumping on top of the dispenser. Here comes the spy, like I talked about. He is actually right here next to this dispenser. So the pyro actually runs into him, and he's like, oh, spy, and he's using the spicycle, so he manages to get away. But, you know, that doesn't matter. As long as he doesn't sap my shit, he can do whatever he wants. As long as he's being denied. So there you have it. So always be moving around and check your back, you know, on the jumping on top of your dispenser. You have a demo man jumping down here having a death wish. Oh, oops. Like that. Now we're just going to be feeding things up here. And the sentry gun is shooting, and it goes down, and we're going to be rebuilding this. We have a pyro here. He's going to be helping us with some compression blasts eventually. And because we have this level 3 dispenser, it doesn't take that long before we have our level 3 again. There it's up again. And I'm not sure if we will be able to move it. And here comes a spy. He saps it. And because I have a pyro on my team, I'm not going to waste any time chasing down the spy. Because sometimes when you're alone as an engineer, you don't have anyone with you, and a spy comes and he starts to sap your shit. Here's the thing. If the spy saps and you fix it, and the spy saps again and you fix it, and the spy saps again and you fix it, and the spy saps again and you fix it, you start to see a pattern emerge here, and eventually the thing you're fixing dies because you don't repair faster than the sapper destroys when he just puts on new sappers. So what you do is that you kill the spy. Because there's the thing, if you don't kill the spy, you lose all your shit. Even if you kill the spy, you can still lose your shit, but you can still save it. And all it takes is 2 whacks with the wrench to fix the zapper on any kind of building. So if your like sentry and dispenser is being zapped, you have to look at who has the least health, and that's why I use like the meter that's like here when you play. It's like right here, and then you fix the building with the least health left first, but you don't repair them after. You just like remove zapper, like 1, 2, remove that zapper, 1, 2, remove that zapper, and then you fix the dispenser, and then you fix the sentry. Because if you lose your dispenser, it's going to take fucking forever to get that to level 3 and support your level 3 sentry gun. However, if your level sentry 3 gun dies, you have your level 3 dispenser, and it goes a lot faster to build this. So if you have to choose, like, what building should I lose? The Sentry, if given the right situation. I mean, if it's like, if my Sentry doesn't survive, we lose. You have to survive the Sentry. It's pretty situational building. In most cases, save the dispenser. The dispenser is super ultra important. And we're going to be defending here. And here comes a demo man with a bunch of stickies. And this is going to be hard to defend against. And here's the thing. We died, but hey, look what survived. Dispenser is still alive. But that doesn't matter because, you know, the car is here and there's an engineer who's like, hey, I'm an engineer. I'm going to push the car down here. We don't get to see that. I guess that's hidden. So, with that, we are going to go on to the last replay of today. It's a pretty short one, but it's pretty sweet, pretty awesome. And then we're going to do the raffle and then announce next episode's topic, which we will be going through. So, here we have the guy I can't fucking pronounce the name of. It's Dionysus. Alright, so he's going to be playing an engineer. And he's not your average engineer. So he's carrying something. What is this he's carrying? Oh, is this a Sentry? And it's level 3. I bet he's going to wrangle this. Get him! Soaring through the skies. And then Super Mario jumping on a pyro, taking him out. Yes, and then he's going to be going out with the Jag, killing absolutely everything. And you're using the shotgun. And then he's going to go and take the win for his team. Excellent.
Easy operation.
So with that, we're gonna go on to the raffle, and the way the raffle works is that I'm gonna take the chat, which is over here now, and I'm gonna just grab all the usernames, and then I'm just gonna pull a random number, and then you win. So hopefully you enjoyed this, and this will help you. So before we go into the raffle, I will tell you the topic of the next few episodes, and we're going to be covering the new items that came in the last update. They've gotten patched properly now, so they work, you know, good. So the first one we're going to look at is the heavy weapon. I forget what it's called. Chat, while we do the raffle, find me what the name of the new heavy weapon is, and type it in the chat, and the guy that types it first wins a prize. The Hulung Heatmaker, cool. Kverzo, you won. A golf clap. And with the golf clap, it's time for the raffle, man. And keep in mind, everybody that's in the chat also is in a raffle, and everybody that submits replay is also in another raffle, which we'll be doing at another time when I actually have like cool prizes to give away to the submitters of replays, stuff like that. Yes, there we go. So I'm gonna be grabbing the user list right now, and let's see. I hope this works. Yes, the chat does indeed work. So everybody that's in the chat from now, isn't it? If you just joined and you're like, hey, what's this raffle thing? You're not in it. Sucks to be you, bro. So we're gonna be going to our favorite website, which is of course random.org. Very good supplier of random numbers, giving a certain range. And let's see here, we're going to be bringing up the, Notepad++, which is a good program. The only reason I use this is because it gives you lines with numbers on them. So I just, copy paste the user list in there. There's nothing fancy about it at all. It's not starting. Whoop, crap. Okay. Oh wait, here it is. There it is. Excellent. And let's see, go into new one, and wait, I'm gonna be a good guy, and I'm just gonna grab the user list again, because I'm such a good guy. Yes, there we go, grabbing the user list. Yeah, okay, cool. So if you just joined, you're in it. Because you're like, hey, I just joined your stream, and I don't know who the fuck this asshole is. So we have... So everybody's in, even the moderators, and absolutely everybody. So we have currently 54. I think that's the most we've ever had. So I'm going to show you how we're going to do this, and by we I mean I. So what we're going to do is, there we go, screen region over here. Yes, there we go. Here we have that little thing, and we're just going to pull this. Fuck, I'm a bad actor. Okay, cool. So how it works, we're just going to click generate a couple times, and then the number is 42. The movie number thing. Okay, so we're gonna look at number 42, and that is someone we all know, a guy that has been a user for a long time. He's known as much of a troll, and his name is Solid Spearlayer. There we go, I have him already on my friends list, and he is a good guy. He's been submitting a lot of replays, so only good that he gets chosen by random to win this. So, I think he's gonna be online right now, is he? Because then I can just grab it and we don't have to cut or anything. Solid, yes. Okay, we're gonna bring on you. Stupid. Invite a trade. Yes, there we go. So we're gonna bring up the trade right now, in fact. So, and the thing about the trade, the raffle, is that all the items here have been submitted either by me out of my own, pocket, and the viewers of the show as well. So if you want to donate something to the raffle, you can, and you get absolutely nothing for it, other than karma, I guess. Oh, whoops, there is. So, oh, damn, whoa, what am I doing? Yes, there we go. Transform. Yes. So here we go. So what do we have left? Because you get to pick one item and one item only out of this little selection. Yes, I think that should be it, I think. Yes, there we go. That's everyone. Pick one, bro. Pick one. Oh yeah, he's gonna pick one. He's probably trolling me right now. Pick one. Critical kills. Plox. There we go. He likes crits. He must be a demo man. Accept the trade. Gotta prove to internets that we fucking legitly give you shit. It's not like fake. Yes. Whoa. There we go, that was it, and that's the end of the raffle. Thank everybody who watched so far, and in case you're new and you have no idea who the fuck I am, my name is right there. Heavy is General Problem Solver, or like, whatever abbreviation you can figure out with this. So, for the next episode, we're going to be covering the new heavy minigun, the one that shoots fire, the Hue along to something, I forgot what it's called. We're going to be covering that. Is it OP or is it not? We're going to be looking into that, so you can submit replays of that. We're also going to be covering all the new items except the new melee for Pyro, because it sucks. So we're not going to do that. So it's basically going to be the new minigun, and it's going to be the Flying Guillotine with or without the Sandman. So you can submit replays either of that, and if you're unsure of how to submit replays, since you're watching this on stream, there's how to replay a video there where I show you a little tutorial on how to do that. However, you need to watch your replays before you can send them, because otherwise they won't show up in your folder, because they're in like some temporary land somewhere in Valve, Pyro land, something, I don't know. So we do this show twice a week, 6 p.m. GMT. I have a Steam group. It's also, everything is down below. I have a Steam group where all announcements and VODs and stuff like that, in case you just missed the show and want to watch all of it in its integrity. I also have a Twitter where I tweet stuff, but it's mainly the Steam group that has all announcements and stuff like that. And thank you for watching. If you want to see more of my previous stuff, just check out the YouTube or Blip or HiGPS.no, because they actually give me money. So if you want to give me money and support me, you can go to HiGPS.no. If you don't give a fuck and just want to see shit for free, it's also free on HiGPS.no. It's just that YouTube doesn't give me anything. So thank you guys for submitting so much. It was awesome replays, and I hope you have a great day.